Hey, everybody, it's Steve, and come in here with your second podcast at happyheadingnowhere.com. I promised you a podcast every single week, and guess what? I failed already. I already blew it, man. I can't believe it. Best of intentions. I tried my best, but I failed. No, really, I was sick. I caught something. I was doing a little project for my former company, helping them with a warehouse sale. And over the weekend, I was around tons of people a couple of weekends ago, and I got sick, came down with whatever's been going around, a flu. Not the flu, because I got the flu shot and I got the COVID shot. And I was thinking, this is perfect. I'm protected. Oh, well, I was protected from that, but not the common cold. So kicked my butt a little bit, knocked me down, had the whole thing, right? Started in the head, then went down the back of the throat, then got into my chest. So hopefully I don't have to cough it out during the podcast. But if I do, I'll edit that out. So yeah, this cold was really gnarly and it led, like I say, into a cough. And finally, after 3 or 4 days of that, I went and I went to the doctor just when I don't, just about the time I'm probably getting over it, which wasn't the case. I went to the doctor. She gave me some good ideas of just home remedies, right? One of the things she said, and I was going to share this with you guys if you're interested, this thing called Manuka honey. Don't know if you can see that right there. Manuka honey. Not sure if you've heard about it. She said it's the miracle honey. So she said one little, I don't know, half a teaspoon or a teaspoon. Oh, it says, 1 tablespoon is a serving size. That's a lot. So I've just been doing like a little teaspoon, 1 or 2 teaspoons a day, mixing it in with my favorite warm drink. And, for those of you that want to take it to the next level, throw in a little whiskey there if you like that. But Manuka honey, she said that's going to solve it or help. It really did soothe my throat, help with my cough. But nonetheless, it's been a rough journey the last few weeks. And so I didn't want to do the podcast last week. 1, I was feeling like, what? And 2, I just couldn't lift my head this time last week. So thank you for being patient. And it's only the second one, so nobody really missed me anyway. So let me talk about the podcast for a second. One of the things I've been thinking about, and one of the things that I've tried to be true to myself throughout my life, at least the last 15 years, as I've tried to mature and grow up a little bit, finally, is that I just need to be myself. I don't need to be somebody else. I just need to be myself. And if it's not polished, it's not polished. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. So while there may be some edits that I do here and there to the podcast, just, for clarity's sake or making it a little more listenable or whatever else, the uhs, the knows, the rights, all those filler words, I'm working on that, but I'm myself. And I told you in the first podcast, maybe it's best if you just think of this as us sitting down, having a cup of coffee or a cocktail, and we're hanging out. Now, I know it's a one-directional conversation, and that's not what it would be if we were hanging out. But it's right now, that's what we have. Maybe not in the future. Maybe we can have some group sessions, if you will, where we can talk together and get to know one another. I'd like that. We'll see what happens. But these podcasts right now are just one directional, and it's just me talking to you. Talking about my cold, talking about the honey remedies, talking about whatever I want to talk about, and not really worrying about trying to be slick, not trying to be that guy where it's like, hey, you guys can be the best ever. I'm Tony Robbins. That's not my style. The Gary V's of the world. Listen, I like those guys, but I'm not going to be doing any cutesy napkin writing, pretending it just is napkin writing when it's not. It's a AI thing. I'm not going to be doing that kind of thing. It's cool. And I love Gary V and I like all his sound bites and all that. And you've got to do that stuff, I think, in today's world. But really at the heart of it, it's just me being myself. on this podcast, talking to you like I normally talk to my friends, that I talk to my coworkers, that I talk to my colleagues, trying to help myself, trying to help you be the best versions of ourselves that we can be, trying to help us find meaningful work, trying to help us be calm and mindful inside, trying to help us thrive in life, you know, thrive in life, thrive at work, thrive in that balance that we need to live day to day. Because it's a grind out there. It's a grind out there. Uh, I was talking to a friend this morning, and she and I were talking about that imposter syndrome, right? That idea that you know that someone will find out that you're not who who they think you are, or that you don't know it all, or that maybe you're playing the role of, of an executive, right? You gotten promoted maybe as a manager, and you're not quite sure, like, what's a manager supposed to do? How's a boss supposed to act? It's so many things in life are like that, right? When you're a parent, you don't really, there's not a lot of preparing for that. You have the baby, and then you figure it out. You become that father. Hopefully you become the good one. But along the way, you're going to make many mistakes. It's the same with anything in life, professional or personal. You got to walk through those doors. You got to take the chance. You've got to step through. And that's what I was talking to her about this morning was, you know, it's not really fake it until you make it. You are already that person. It just hasn't, you just haven't found it yet, or it hasn't found you yet. You're not comfortable in your skin, but you will be. And eventually you will be. You'll be comfortable. You'll be fine. If you're getting that promotion, if you're getting that opportunity, if you're becoming a father or you're becoming a mother or whatever the case may be, you'll be okay because that's what you set out to do. And you made it. You got it. You wanted it. You got it. Here you are. Whether it's whether it's a baby, whether it's a job promotion, whether it's that, you know, uh, I don't know, that school that you all of a sudden go, I shouldn't be going to that school. I'm not smart enough for that. You are, or you wouldn't be there. You are where you are because that's what's meant to be for you. So that was just I'm just talking about what I shared with my friend this morning, as she was thinking about what's ahead for her in her career, and I think the encouragement there that I could offer was you're already there. You just have to step through the door, and then it'll fit. It'll fit like a it'll fit like a suit. It's the perfect fit for you. It's going to feel a little awkward at first, but just give it some time, and before long, you'll become that. I had many conversations this week that I'm excited about. Some work that opportunities that have fallen to me. So we'll just see where all that leads. Also, now would be a good time to let you know I formed an LLC this week. Doesn't take much, uh, but you are looking at the founder and owner, co-owner, along with my wife, of course, of EUDA Collective LLC, EUDA. Now, EUDA is short for eudaimonia, a Greek word. I probably butchered it, but a Greek word that means well-being or fulfillment, or broken down at its simplest forms, happiness. And so the EUDA Collective thought and the idea is that I wanted to form a collective. I kind of fell onto the word collective as a thought of saying, hey, I want to build a group of individuals, companies that want to put people first, that want to strive for good work-life balance, that want to be good managers, want to be good owners, want to be good executives to their people, want to take care of themselves so that they can take care of others. I've been talking with CEOs and founders of a couple of other companies that, hey, we want our employees to do meaningful work. We want them to be excited about day-to-day work. And so let's get this idea of getting our own selves straight first, and then offering the same thing that we would want to our employees, which is good work-life balance, not grinding our people. Put people first. It's people, not things. It's people, not product. your people behind your product, your processes, they have to be not only good, so you got to hire the right people, but they have to be motivated and excited and buy into what you're trying to do. So I think that's what EUDA Collective is all about. It's about teaching and helping companies, managers, leaders, and employees to have that work-life balance. And then another side of EUDA Collective is using my background, my skill set as a former head of IT, global head of IT, um, excuse me, global IT uh, executive to help other companies with their technology stacks. And I want to blend that, that idea that technology is not out here and AI is not out here to take your job. It's not. It's out here to enhance what you do. And that's what we should be doing with our employees anyway. We should be putting tools into place. We should be putting things into place, processes into place that allow them to do the meaningful work. And for us, we see that they are doing that meaningful work, they'll be more motivated to stay, to give extra time, to do what they need to do to get the job done because it means something to them. It's not just doing filling out PowerPoints or spreadsheets or just basic boring uh, work that doesn't bring anything to their life. So we need to give them these tools. I think about the PLM world that I'm really familiar with, where you've got companies that are just living in spreadsheets, living in Excel. Excel is their main thing for getting their product design, their planning, their costing, and all of that correct. But you put a tool in place, and at first people buck against the tool. They're just not sure what to do with the tool. But once they have the tool, they begin to realize, I don't know what I'd do without this tool, right? And so I think you can blend technology and that's with the mindfulness, meaningfulness of the work, management, and you can put those two together for the companies to thrive and the individuals within that company to thrive. So that's EUDA Collective. It's brand new, and a part of that is what you're listening to here. Happy Heading Nowhere. It's all going to fit together. It does in my head, right? Just what I said, imposter syndrome. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm just faking it till I make it. I'm stepping through this door, this opportunity that I have, what I want to bring to the table, and hopefully it's meaningful to you. If not, I enjoy doing it. So that's good enough. So let's talk about what's coming up, what's coming around the corner. Thanksgiving, and so it's at this time of year. I do believe Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. And I love Thanksgiving because of the food. Number one, who doesn't? I love Thanksgiving because usually you get family around. We've lately been going off on Thanksgiving, not because we don't love our family, but it's opportunity at the end of the year for my wife and I to just spend some time together, just the two of us. And it's a normal good break because there's a couple of days off, and we're going to take the whole week this year because I can and she can, so we're going to do that. But Thanksgiving has really always been one of my favorite holidays because there's not the trappings of the holiday. There's not the commercialization of the holiday is at least minimized. You've just come out of Halloween, which is crazy commercialized, and you're going right into Christmas. October 31st, they start putting out the Christmas decorations, right? So, or November 1st, I guess, day after. And so you've got those two holidays that sandwich this really to me, cool, mindful, meaningful holiday. You'll hear me say mindful and meaningful a lot because that's a very key concept for me, core value that I want to have in my own life. And so you've got this family time or friend time, just personal time, some time off, built into your life. So from Thursday to Sunday, most of us will have a 4-day weekend. to kind of just calm ourselves before the craziness of Christmas begins. And so to me, Thanksgiving is about that, that family we build. It's about the family that we were born into. It's about those people that are closest to us, and then it's the family we choose. It's those coworkers, it's friends. It's those people that make this holiday so special to me, and I'm sure to you as well. Just to have that time with those people, and I think just to acknowledge those people, to be grateful for those people, to thank them for what they mean in your life. It's just a good time to pause and be grateful for the big, the little, the things you barely notice. I mean, on Thanksgiving Day, you can be thankful for so much, and every night you can sit and be thankful for so much. That practice of gratitude, I don't know if you've tried it, but something my wife introduced to me a couple of years ago, I think it was just stopping every day and going, okay, I want to write down one or two things I'm really grateful for right before I go to sleep at night. And we would have to find something, you know? And I started noticing after trying to do that for 30 days straight, right? You start to go, try to come up with things because after you've gone, oh, I'm grateful for my kids and I'm grateful for my marriage and I'm grateful for my house and I'm grateful for, my dog and I'm grateful for this thing. You have to start looking around and considering these ordinary things that without them, life just wouldn't be the same. Whether it's the stove that you cook breakfast on or, the light in the room, whether it's the natural light that's coming through the window or the light that's over my desk, it's something that allows us to see in the dark. I mean, think about, man, back in the day when they had candles and that's all they had. Have you ever, when the power goes out, ever tried to live by candlelight? It's not the same at all. So, light, running water just flowing out of the faucet, for drinking or for bathing or for watering, for rinsing your vegetables, things like the vacuum cleaner, the dishwasher, all these ordinary things. So we have so much to be grateful for, and so many people in so many parts of the world right now have so much to be grateful for. And then on the other hand, maybe I'm talking to you and you don't have family. Maybe you're feeling really alone at this time. Maybe you don't feel like you have a lot to be thankful for. I do think it, I think you do. I think you just have to look around. You have to consider. And a lot of that starts with just the smallest of things, maybe just to be grateful for. So I encourage that for you to take a look around, to think about gratefulness today, to think about gratitude today. And as we head into this Thanksgiving week, I hope that you'll be able to do that. Take some time away, take some time alone for yourself, and just make a mark on those things, or call somebody and tell them how thankful you are for them. Thanksgiving, this time of year, I mentioned the food, and I'm not going to lie. If you want to make me happy, all you got to do is make a green bean casserole. I mean, it's really it. The green bean casserole, that makes my day. Some biscuits, gravy, mashed potatoes. Of course, I like the turkey, but whatever you're doing. I was talking to my son the other day. He said he's not making turkey. He's going to make a chicken. Whatever makes it up for you. Whatever makes it work for you. But spend some time this week with those people you love, eating the food you love, watching the game you love, whether it's football or whatever else is on. So I'm going to take some time to read this week. I've got some books. I've got a lot of catching up on books. Uh, I've kind of falling into a bad habit of not reading as much, and that's something that's going to change in 25. But we'll talk about that later. Uh, I'm going to try to get over this cold. I'm going to try to relax. And I don't know. This last 2 years has been a grind for me. Talk about that on another podcast. But I think I've owed I've earned myself just some time away from the computer, from thinking about the podcast and the blog. and just reconnecting with myself and my wife and enjoying a few days together. So I hope you get to do that as well. If not, if you have to work, I guess at the end of the day, I guess you're thankful for your job. Uh, but but whatever it is, take some time out for gratitude this next week. Again, thank you for listening to the podcast. Thanks for giving it a try. Again, I don't want to be anybody else than who I am. I don't want to be anybody else. I just want to be the best me I can. So if you like it, please tell somebody. That'd mean a lot to me. And if you don't like it, tell somebody anyway. Because I'd love to have people give this a shot and take a moment to listen or to read or to find out more about what EUDA Collective, what Heading Nowhere is. Anyway, I've rambled, I've rambled, I've rambled. Gonna go to the Lakers game tonight. Really excited about that. Go see LeBron, Anthony Davis. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Not a huge Lakers fan. They're gonna play Denver, so that'll be fun. Uh, got got the opportunity to go, so I'm gonna go. Very excited about that. And I'm gonna even clean up a little bit. Clean up for my friend. We're gonna go out. I'm gonna comb my hair, take off the hat, have a good time. So I hope you're gonna have a good time this weekend as well. Whatever you've got going on, enjoy Thanksgiving week. You deserve it. You earn it. Kick your feet up, read a book, take a long nap. Take a long nap. Watch the game with your eyes closed on Thursday. That's what I really encourage you to do. Again, thanks for your time. I'm out.